Acapulco, Mexico. This is Anarchast.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Anarchast, your home for anarchy on the internet. We're here in Panama City. I'm here with Randy Hilarski. He's actually our social media guy. He does our social media for Anarchast, for the Dollar Vigilante. It's a company called 200 Social. And very interesting, we're going to talk about that. He's basically a social media marketing expert. He's been doing it for a long time. Something that a lot of people should actually learn a lot more about, because you can get our information on anarchy and stuff like that out there more if you can get it out there more, which you can through social media. And also Randy's been living here in Panama for about 6 years now. So we'll talk a little bit about the expat lifestyle, excuse me, and how you've been enjoying that. But before we get started, we got to ask you, how did you become an anarchist?
Well, hi guys. For me, I was in the service. I was in the military. I did that for 8 years as a Navy nurse, hospital corpsman for those of you who are in the service who understand military lingo. And I saw a lot of crap that we were doing, whether it was in Bosnia or when we were here in Panama. I was doing the anti-drug interdiction. And even though I was a corpsman, I was working the radios under General Wesley Clark. Many people know who he is. He's got that famous video saying about
attacking 7 countries in the next 5 years.
Yeah, General Clark was my boss. And I just saw a lot of things that I didn't agree with. And when I got out of the service, I worked as a psych nurse. And I did that for about 5 years. And I did some sales in between. And I just saw how messed up the medical system was, and how we were just putting drugs into people and keeping them just drugged up. And instead of choosing natural ways, we would put them on a medication. It didn't work, so they flip into another one, and people were having all kinds of side effects. And I didn't enjoy it at all. And it was a lifestyle I didn't enjoy. And then one day, I decided that I've had enough of this. So I went down to Florida, lived with my brother for a little while, who at the time was a Navy chief, or E7 for military folks. And he was working intel, and they sent him to Iraq. And he did some time in Iraq. I think it was a little over a year. And he's probably going to watch this video, but when he came back, he just wasn't the same. And it really pissed me off. I was like, my brother went away, and before that he was just a hysterical dude. You know, he's a lot of fun and a lot of fun to hang out with. And he came back, he was just so much more somber and serious. And you know, it didn't touch me well. So I went home to Rochester after about 3 years in Tampa. I bought a house, foreclosure, fixed it up, but life was so depressing. You know, I was in sales up there, and I just didn't enjoy it. And my taxes were just out of this world. I'm telling you, 40-50%. My house was valued at about $70,000, but I was paying about $2,500 a year in property tax. And on top of that, my New York State income tax, my U.S. government, IRS, you know, taxes, whatever you want to call personal income taxes, and altogether probably 50% of my money was going to taxes. And one day, I decided, you know what, I'm done with this U.S. lifestyle. I am going to put my house up for rent, and I'm leaving the country. And I moved to Panama. Before I came down here, I did some research. I saw how great the economy was. I remembered how it was when I was stationed here back in '97. And you know, going fishing and just the beautiful weather and the beautiful women. You can't see my wife, but she's right here behind the camera.
We should actually put up a picture or something. Like, she's unbelievably beautiful. Like, I don't know how you got her, but yeah, that's the kind of thing you kind of get when you get out of the U.S. too.
Yeah.
You just have more options somehow.
Absolutely.
A guy like you gets this beautiful girl.
Yeah, my wife's hot. She's smart, and she's my business partner. So you know, life's good. I came down here, had a good time for the first year and a half. Annabelle and I met. We just decided to start dating, and she lived in my neighborhood, so it made it really convenient. If you see behind us, behind those buildings, there's a park back there, and that's where we lived. And wonderful times. But then, you know, things got hard, and I had to move on and find another career path. And I said, you know what? Let's go on and do social media, because that's what we're really good at. And as I've already told you, that's how I became an anarchist, guys. I just despise the system. So just to finish that last question. And Annabelle and I started our business. In the beginning, it was tough, Jeff. We worked our asses off. but the great thing about Panama is that the cost of living is so low. I was making enough money from that to carry me over until we got our business going good. And we decided to get married. And about 2 months after we got married, we left the city and moved to the interior, about 40 minutes from here. And to tell you, our rent right now is $450 a month, guys. So it tells you how cheap life can be. It's not as cheap as Acapulco, but it's still relatively cheap. Our total budget here is about $1,200 a month if we wanted to just live off of nothing and not go out and things. Our groceries, insurance for the car, gas, about $1,200 a month. So people think we're joking when I say that, but I'm not. I've been living off of that and saving everything for 4 years. So, I mean, that's what you can do here. So that's what we've done.
That's great. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Panama stuff before we get into the social media stuff. Panama's an interesting place. It's definitely boomed a lot in the last 10 or 15 years, so since you've been here for sure. I've seen some crazy numbers about real estate here. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what's going on in Panama?
Yeah, well, a lot of our friends are in the real estate business, and they've made a lot of money here. You can look up Kent Davis. He's got a company, and they do very well. Kent's been on, I can't remember the name of the show. It's on HGTV, House Hunters International, or those kind of shows. Kent's been on there. He's got a great company, and he does a good job. And he actually left the sales side, or not totally, but now he's doing maintenance and managing properties, because so many investors are coming to Panama buying up apartments and like this, the Trump residence is here.
Yeah, I should mention we're in the Trump hotel here. Actually, very nice hotel. It's just kind of weird for me to stay in a president of the U.S.'s hotel, but other than that, it's actually quite nice.
Yeah. And by the way, he doesn't own it. They just licensed his name.
Oh, okay.
And
that makes me feel better.
Yeah, exactly. So, getting back to the real estate stuff, prices have gone through the roof. Annabelle and I are looking to buy a house. We actually want to, buy something. And the houses that we've been looking at over the last 2 years have gone up in price from $80,000 to now about $134,000. So inflation might not be showing up in the U.S., but you guys are exporting it. All right? The dollar is causing inflation in many other countries.
Yeah, we should mention that the U.S. dollar is basically the currency that's used here. Right. There's a few countries like that. I think El Salvador as well.
Ecuador.
So that is interesting. They use the U.S. dollar here.
It makes life easier. To let people know, how did I get through my first couple of years? I use PayPal. I have a PayPal business debit card, and that's what I used for everything. So if you're an American and you move to Panama, that's the easiest way if you have a business is to use a PayPal business debit card. Even though I can't stand PayPal, and Jeff and I have both experienced what happens when they stop your account for a short time. But we always get through it.
Or use a Bitcoin debit card.
Yeah. The Bitcoin debit card, speaking of, we both have, and we both have a WireX card. If that's, I don't have one personally, my wife does. I don't keep anything in my name.
That's smart.
Yeah.
But if you don't know about it, if you want a Bitcoin debit card, just go to dollarvigilante.com/ecoin and check it out.
It's a great service, based in the UK. And it's a prepaid card, which means you don't have the double spend problem that you can have with some Bitcoin cards does not happen with the WireX card, and that's a huge benefit. You know that when you use that card, that's all that's going to come out of your account, and that's why I recommend the WireX card, or eCoin is what they used to be called. All right, so I love Panama. We're not leaving unless something bad goes or happens with the government. And Annabelle and I have already talked about it. I said, look, babe, if things get bad, we're going to Costa Rica, or we'll go down to Colombia or Ecuador or something like that. Putting down roots in this world today is a little bit difficult. It's better to be, see the writing on the wall and get the hell out of Dodge. And that's what I did. When I saw things going on in the U.S. and meeting guys like Jeff and reading your work and hearing other people who have done it just makes me feel better about my decision. And knowing that our pockets are much better off today because we made this decision to leave.
Yeah, that's great. And as far as not putting down roots anywhere, I think that's pretty smart. In today's day and age with the internet, it's pretty easy not to. And you can work from almost anywhere. So let's talk about that. So you're an expat, you're a guy who used to be ex-military, now you're anarchist, and you're also doing, most of your money is made on the internet doing social media work. So why don't you tell us a bit about that?
We make money. I've learned how to start trading Bitcoin now. using BitMEX. Check it out, guys. BitMEX is very easy to use. You only need an email to sign up. So, very cool. Trading cryptos is another thing that I do, not besides Bitcoin. And now we have the social media business that we've been doing full time now for about a year, 200 Social. And we launched that after we had our old company, High Impact Media Group Panama, where we were working with clients here in Panama. But ever since 200 Social came along and we launched that, we've been able to, I don't want to say fire, but let all of our old Panama clients go. A couple of them let us go, but we didn't pursue. We didn't try to get any Panama clients back because, frankly, working with Panama clients is a pain in the ass. So we'd rather work with expats around the world, and especially in the crypto and the anarcho-capitalist community, because they're just so open-minded, and they just get it. You tell them, look, I'll get you, 1,000 followers in the next 2 months. Most of them are like, oh, hell yeah, how much is that going to cost? Or, so we give them a really good deal. Our plans start at 200, go up to 500. Then our maximum plan is 2,000, and that's for corporate and business types. So, check us out, 200social.com. It's not, it's not complicated. We have commoditized social media, and I don't think anybody's ever done that. There's another company called $100 Social, but it's such a crappy service.
Did you start first, or they started first?
They started before. Actually, that's how I got the idea. I love. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the great idea.
We don't believe in intellectual property, so it's fine.
Exactly. Thanks for the great idea. And we just went and started our own.
That's funny. You made it twice their price. If you like the name 100 Social, a lot of people be like, let's make it $95 Social. You're like, nah, it's like 200. We're way better.
And ours is a little bit more intricate. And because we build your followers, and if you guys watch, go look at the Twitter account for Jeff. I mean, it's gone from when we took over with 7,000, now it's about to hit 20,000 followers, and we started March. I think whenever you guys got back from Venezuela.
Yeah, it was around March.
Yeah, when they stopped back, when they came through Panama on the way back from Venezuela, Jeff and I we had dinner, and Luke was there, and we decided to do it at that time, and it's man, the views on Twitter are just awesome. 60 to 70,000 views per day. For a regular person's account, that's unheard of. I've actually got mine up to about 30,000. That's half of what you have. It's because you put out content that people really like to read. And they're looking for this content. So call it whatever you want. MSM, we call it fake news, but I tell you what, people love it and they're learning from it. And just like me, I learned so much from the content you produced over the years. A couple of other people out there. I don't know, I didn't say it, but I used to be the social media guy for GoldSeek with Peter Spina. I did that for 2 years. Peter really helped us out. Peter, if you watch this video, thanks so much. You really helped us get us on our feet for our company. So social media is great, guys. Get out there, let your word be known. We believe in memes. This whole meme war, I claim that I helped win this presidency for Trump, even though I don't really like the guy. I helped him win because we shared so many awesome memes that were anti-Hillary that I think that we helped him. Maybe that extra sway of votes helped get Trump in their presidential palace, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm really happy with your service. So if people are out there interested, if you got you want to get out there on social media more, you've got a service or a product or whatever it is you want to get out there, contact Randy. We'll let him give you the where to go after this. But yeah, I never really even used Twitter much. It was one of the things I just never got into, and so you really just boomed that for us, which is great.
And the thing is, that's the place Jeff should have started, guys. Twitter is the bullhorn of business and news. So that's where you want it to be. It's sad to see but guys like Milo get taken down, because frankly, I don't care about their censorship. They can do whatever they want. They're a private company. But still, seeing people taking people's accounts down just because you don't believe with them politically, I don't agree with. And that leads us into Steeming.
Yeah, that's another thing that you've really gotten into, and your wife has as well. And I think you mentioned she's making like $20 a day writing on there. What's her account? What's your account? Anna Hilarski. On Steemit. We'll put the link down below. Follow her on Steemit. And you're on there. You write quite regularly. You've been making a fair amount as well?
Yeah, actually, Jeff, I write every day now. I just see the opportunity. We went to Steamfest. I know you couldn't make it because the presidential election, Trump won. Who the hell would have thought that?
That was a crazy week.
So Jeff couldn't make it to Steamfest. So we went to Amsterdam and we hung out with Ned, he's a CEO. and a bunch of the developers and a lot of the community that showed up. And we had such a great time, guys. And the community is so, I say loving, because it really is. People care about each other, and we all want to succeed. And this is a way for us to avoid censorship. I'm not saying it's a perfect land, because we've had downvote wars and all kinds of stuff. Jeff's been part of them. You know, people downvote your content, but that's all part of the game.
Stop flagging me on Steemit.
Yeah, stop flagging people.
Those trolls are.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't care. Whatever. Flag
it's just
me.
An opportunity, Jeff. I mean, this is, you made a lot of money on there. I think I've made, I don't know, about $12,000 total since I started on Steemit. Guys,
it's more than Facebook, that's for sure.
Exactly. I mean, I've been on Facebook since 2006, and they never paid me a dime. Steemit, I'm motivated to write now. I grew so weary of blogging. RandyHilarski.com is my main blog, and I was writing maybe once or twice a month, and it just got old because my comments were going down. Yes, I was ranking. My website ranks very well. It's a top 500,000 website in the world. People come on there, read a lot about Panama, a lot about gold and silver, because that used to be my big thing in the past. And I grew weary. I wasn't feeling like I was getting the love that I used to get. So when Steemit came along, and Jeff did his first post, and I already had an account, but I couldn't get into it. I set up my account like a month before you did, but I tried to log back in. I lost my pass, my whatever code to get into Steemit. So I had to set up a new account. And I did, and my first post had $5,200. The next day, I took out the Steam dollars and sent it and got Bitcoin for it, and that paid for our trip.
I wish I did.
You didn't do it?
I re-put everything back in because I wanted to show that I believe in the system. I'm not there just to make money. So every single dollar I made, I put back in. But the price of the Steem currency went down by about 90%. So instead of making a few $100,000, I think I made total now about 20. Which is fine. Like like I said, a lot of people criticize me for numerous reasons. They love to criticize me because for whatever reason. But I wanted just to show I'm not on there to make money. Like, not in that way. Like, if the whole thing becomes a massive success and I make millions of dollars a year or two from now, great. But that's not the main reason. The main reason I want to just help. It's so important, this site, this currency and this site. Especially it's just amazing. Since Steemit has started, they're now going after fake news, and the fake news is the only real news that's out there, including people like Luke Radowski, who's now really going on Steemit. So many others, James Corbett, Dan Dix. This came along just at the right, perfect time. So I really want to see it succeed, and it's actually looking pretty decent at the moment.
We had some big changes. To let you guys know, I'm also the social media guy for Steemit. Just to put the word out there, I've been doing theirs now for about 3 months, and their Twitter account, it's almost up to 100,000 impressions per day. It's going nuts, and they're getting lots of followers just because it's a crypto. And it's pretty much turning into a news site. And I use the RSS feeds to spread the content all over the internet. And it's getting tons of backlinks, just like your stuff does. But you can imagine if you were writing 1,000 times a day. That's the power of Steemit. You've got all these people bringing their intellectual knowledge to a platform, earning money for their intellectual knowledge, and they're getting link backs, which is building their website. And I think they're a top 8,000 website right now. Come on, that's amazing. It's the future's bright for us. And the big complaint from many of the people was that our inflation rate was way too high for Steem. It was 160%, guys. That's ridiculous. Well, it's dropped down to 9.5% now. It's the same as Bitcoin. That's wonderful for us. So at 9.5%, you can save your money in Bitcoin, in a Steem, and then you can earn interest on it as long as it's in your Steem Power or your Steem dollars. One of those two, you could earn the 9.5% interest. And then the other thing that happened with the hard fork is, what was the big thing? Steem down, turning on your power down. Now you can power down in 90 days instead of 2 years. So my prediction is a power down is when people take their money out of the platform, guys. It's called Steem Power. Before it used to take 2 years, now it takes 90 days. What I'm going to see over the next 3 months, what you're going to see is that you're going to see people taking their money off of Steem or Steemit.com. That's going to cause a temporary drop in the price. I have no problem with that. Why do I have no problem with that? Because I know in April and May, when that goes away, everyone who didn't like the platform, who cashed out, there's going to be a glut of Steem. The price is down. I'm going to buy in. I'm going to power up, and hopefully I'll have 150, 100, or 200,000 steam power. My voting goes way up, my voting power, my wife's voting power, my mom's voting power, because she's on there too, and we'll be some of the whales on Steemit, because I'll be able to get steam at a very cheap price, maybe 10 cents, 5 cents, and just power that up and give myself a very powerful account. And what happens a year from now? Where does the steam price go? Does it go from, today it's 18 cents. Does it go up to 50 cents? Does it go to $1? With 8.5% interest rate, where does it go? It's the same as Bitcoin. There's a lot more steam on the market than Bitcoin, but even if it's a fraction, 1/10, okay, Bitcoin's $770 today, or $780, so that's $780. All right, right now it's 20 cents. That means my 100,000 turns into almost $1 million. All I have to do is believe in the product and tell people about it and ask people to come join us and start blogging on Steemit. And there's a new platform coming out that they're launching. It's actually not owned by Steemit Inc. It's not owned by Ned and those guys, but they use the API. It's called busy.org, and it's very powerful. It's very similar to Facebook in how it works, and you'll be able to post on there and do just like you would any other social media network. That's coming here probably in about 3 months. They showed everybody the screenshots and everything when we were at Steamfest.
Oh yeah, I missed that. So yeah, so many interesting things. We're running out of light. We've been running around here trying to find a good place to film. All the Trump security have been following us around.
Apparently, you can't film here.
Yeah, we've tried 4 places. Apparently this place is okay, but we're running out of light, so we're gonna have to cut this off pretty quick. Is there anything else you wanted to mention? If not, just mention all the links to everything you do and all that kind of stuff.
Come on out to 200 Social, check us out, our social media site, and then follow me on Twitter, follow Jeff on Twitter. If you are on Facebook, I recommend you come over to these other social media sites. They're really powerful, guys. Facebook's got so much control. Twitter's much looser. Yes, if you're doing stuff like Milo was, you could possibly get shut down. But Twitter doesn't have all the rules. You publish, you reach everybody. You don't have to worry about the shadow banning that Facebook does. So come on out, check us out, and connect with me if you need anything tweeted. Let me know, and I can help you out. I won't even charge you. Just let me know, and I'll tweet something out as long as it fits the narrative of my channel or Jeff's channel.
That's great. We'll have all the links to everything all down below. I believe you're probably coming out to Anarchapulco.
Oh, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, so meet Randy and his beautiful wife at Anarchapulco. And yeah, we're out of light. We're getting too dark here. So I guess we're gonna have to go out and have some fun in Panama City. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share down below. And that's what Randy's always trying to tell you is get this stuff out there. That's really the key, right?
What do you say, Jeff? Peace.
Oh, you want me to finish right now? I can do it right now.
I want to, because it's such a, we might got some light, and I love how you end it.
But anyway, yeah, so just like, subscribe, share if you like these videos, and that's it for Anarchast, your home for anarchy on the internet. Peace, love, and anarchy.
From Acapulco, Mexico, this is Anarchast.